That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mahomes now to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Josh Allen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Each week you can find valuable information about your upcoming opponent. You can choose one game plan focus with pros and cons that will carry over into game day. There is a recommended focus already selected, or you can choose from 6 different options. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. You can also view more specific play calling information by accessing the full report. This is how you access the new player health screen. Each week you'll have to monitor your team's overall health with our new progressive fatigue system. Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for your staff and upgrade them to help improve your team both on and off the field. Staff points can be used across all of your staff characters. To access talents down a tree, you must purchase at least one tier of the talents above them. When you have enough staff points, you can begin purchasing talents or special skills that will improve your team on or off the field. To see what effect each talent has, highlight it on the talent tree. The panel will also show whether a talent is available for purchase. Some talent trees make you select a path to follow to build your character. Upon purchasing one of these talents, the opposite path will be locked, so choose wisely. This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. Here are a player's motivations. How well your team aligns with each player's motivations will determine how interested that player is in re-signing with your team or joining your team as a free agent. view your team's saved snapshots, or follow the top stories and reactions from around the league in the News tab. Quickly review the league's top performers and the current week schedule from the League tab, or use the options on the left to view things like league history or season stats. Welcome to Week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Packers and the Niners, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. San Francisco readying for their first drive of the game on offense. And in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
People thought Jimmy Garoppolo was only going to be a one-year placeholder in San Francisco when the team took Trey Lance 3rd overall in the 2021 NFL Draft. But then he led the 6-seeded 49ers to the NFC title game, just 2 years after taking them to within 1/4 of a Super Bowl victory.
Garoppolo, first play, going to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Here we go. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Gould is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Leading the Packers offense out here, the same man who has been doing so since 2008. That's the great Aaron Rodgers.
Even as he nears age 40, Aaron Rodgers' game isn't taking a single backward step. He became only the 4th player to win back-to-back MVP awards and led Green Bay to its 3rd straight 13-win season. He avoids turnovers better than anyone in football at the quarterback position, and Green Bay, they are always a front runner with him under center.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that's how you start a drive, because they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Jones. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
and
that
a really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
A little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The 49ers and Packers, they've played some big games through the years. You think about just recently, the NFC title game in January of 2020. That was the day that Raheem Mostert ran wild, kind of out of nowhere. The 49ers advanced to Super Bowl 54. They also met this past January in Lambeau, and that, if you recall, was a game without a lot of offense. The two teams battling the elements. It was a 15-degree night, really cold. But the 49ers got a block punt return for a touchdown late, and then Robbie Gould won it with zeros on the clock to send the 49ers to the NFC Championship game.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll run with a 29-year-old Melvin Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 39 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the number 8 rusher in the NFL last season, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy will set up to throw it here. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Flush to his right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Love with a give to Dillon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Purdy. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football. Also, not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Purdy. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. Now Purdy. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Purdy now to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Willis, his 2nd sack of the night. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Working out of the gun, Love. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw now. Here's Love. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice call on defense, rolled out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll start with the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Purdy looking to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Back to Dillon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, Love. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Now, Charles, here's the Packers 2022 draft class, and they certainly gave a boost to both sides of the ball. It started with taking a pair of teammates from that vaunted Georgia defense in the 1st round, and then bringing in a pair of receivers to offset the loss of Devontae Adams.
Well, a couple of things, Brandon. Before the draft, we all kind of joked, hey, if you just take Georgia Bulldogs in this draft, you will have a good draft, and Green Bay took that to the extreme, taking linebacker Quay Walker 22nd overall and defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt 28. And then that screaming need for receiver was met. Christian Watson out of North Dakota State goes in the 2nd round, and Romeo Dobbs in the 4th round out of Nevada. Both can run. Christian Watson with some length as well.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Completes it to Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Oh, look at this play call. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Love looking to throw it. Complete. This is Lewis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now Dillon on the inside give. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
Ready?
They run again with Dillon, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down and 7.
Again, it's Dillon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
74 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Dillon up the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Melvin Gordon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And the grab by Croft.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
And he comes back with one complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.